What if someone could lie to your face and you wouldn't even notice? Every day, people hide the truth behind smiles, eye contact, and carefully chosen words. But their body and behavior often tell a completely different story. The truth is, most lies leave behind silent clues. The challenge is knowing how to recognize them before it's too late. In today's video, we'll explore the psychological signs that may suggest someone isn't being completely honest. Remember, no single sign proves a person is lying, but noticing patterns can help you better understand human behavior. Stay until the end, because the final sign is one that many people overlook, yet psychologists often consider one of the most revealing. Welcome to MindCipher Lab, where we explore the fascinating world of psychology, human behavior, and the hidden patterns that shape our everyday lives. If you're curious about how the mind works and want to better understand the people around you, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe and join us for more psychology insights every week. Now, let's begin with the very first silent sign. Silent sign number 1. Their words and body language don't match. Sometimes, a person may say they're happy or confident, but their facial expressions, posture, or gestures tell a completely different story. For example, someone might say, "I'm fine," while avoiding eye contact, forcing a smile, or nervously shifting their body. These mixed signals can sometimes suggest that their words don't fully reflect how they truly feel. Psychologists often pay attention to clusters of behaviors rather than a single action. One gesture alone doesn't mean someone is lying, but when several signals appear together, it may be worth paying closer attention. That's why it's important to listen to both what people say and what their body language quietly communicates. Sometimes, actions reveal what words try to hide. Silent sign number 2. They give too many details. Sometimes, when people aren't telling the whole truth, they try to make their story sound more believable by adding unnecessary details that no one asked for. Instead of giving a simple answer, they may explain every tiny step, hoping the extra information will make their story seem more convincing. However, psychologists remind us that this doesn't automatically mean someone is lying. Some people naturally speak with lots of detail. The important thing is to notice when this behavior is unusual for that particular person. The key is to compare their behavior with what's normal for them. A sudden change in the way someone communicates can sometimes reveal more than the words themselves. Silent sign number 3. They repeat the question before answering. When caught off guard, some people instinctively repeat a question to buy themselves a little more time to think about their response. For example, if someone asks, "Did you finish the report?" they might reply, "Did I finish the report?" before giving their answer. Sometimes, this brief pause helps them organize their thoughts. It's important to remember that repeating a question doesn't automatically mean someone is being dishonest. They may simply be surprised, distracted, or trying to make sure they understood the question correctly. That's why psychologists encourage looking for several behaviors together instead of relying on one sign alone. Understanding context is often more important than spotting a single clue. Silent sign number 4. They suddenly change their normal behavior. One of the strongest clues isn't a specific gesture. It's when someone starts acting very differently from how they usually do. A naturally talkative person may suddenly become unusually quiet. Someone who normally maintains eye contact might begin looking away or avoiding the conversation altogether. Behavioral experts often focus on changes from a person's usual habits rather than comparing them to everyone else. A sudden shift in behavior can sometimes reveal that something important is affecting them. Remember, a change in behavior doesn't necessarily mean someone is lying. Stress, fear, anxiety, or even exhaustion can create similar reactions. The key is to observe patterns before jumping to conclusions. Silent sign number 5. They touch their face more often. During stressful conversations, some people may unconsciously rub their nose, touch their lips, scratch their neck, or cover part of their face. These can be natural reactions to feeling nervous or uncomfortable. These small movements often happen without the person realizing it. They're not necessarily signs of lying. They may simply reflect stress, anxiety, or emotional pressure. Researchers who study nonverbal communication caution against relying on a single gesture. A face touch by itself means very little. It's a combination of several unusual behaviors that may provide useful clues. Instead of focusing on one gesture, pay attention to the whole conversation. People's expressions, tone of voice, and body language together often tell a more complete story. Silent sign number 6. Their voice suddenly changes. When people experience stress or pressure, their voice may sound different. They might speak faster, slower, louder, quieter, or pause more often than usual. You may also notice hesitation, repeated words, or longer pauses before certain answers. These changes can happen when someone is carefully thinking about what to say next. However, a different tone of voice doesn't automatically mean someone is being dishonest. Nervousness, public speaking anxiety, or emotional situations can also affect the way people speak. That's why psychologists recommend listening for changes from a person's normal speaking style, instead of judging a single conversation. Patterns over time are often more meaningful than one isolated moment. Silent sign number 7. They avoid giving direct answers. Instead of responding clearly to a simple question, they may change the subject, answer a different question, or speak in a way that avoids the main point. For example, if someone is asked a simple yes or no question, they may respond with a long explanation that never actually answers it. This can sometimes be a way of avoiding the truth or simply avoiding an uncomfortable topic. Communication experts note that avoiding a direct answer doesn't always mean someone is lying. They could be protecting their privacy, feeling embarrassed, or trying to avoid conflict. Context always matters. Before assuming the worst, look for repeated patterns across different situations. Before assuming the worst, look for repeated patterns across different situations. A single conversation rarely tells the whole story, but consistent behavior can reveal valuable insights. Silent sign number 8. They become overly defensive. Sometimes, a simple question can trigger an unexpectedly strong reaction. Instead of calmly answering, the person may become irritated, angry, or act as if they're being unfairly accused. For example, they might say, "Why are you asking me that?" or "Don't you trust me?" instead of simply answering the question. The conversation quickly shifts from the original topic to defending themselves. Psychologists explain that defensive reactions can happen for many reasons. A person may feel anxious, misunderstood, embarrassed, or emotionally overwhelmed. That's why this behavior should never be treated as proof of deception on its own. The real value comes from observing consistent patterns over time. When several signs appear together, they may provide a clearer picture than any single reaction ever could. Silent sign number 9. Their story changes over time. One of the strongest clues isn't how someone tells a story once. It's whether the important details keep changing each time they tell it. Perhaps the timeline changes, key details are added or removed, or the explanation becomes inconsistent. While memory isn't perfect, repeated contradictions may be worth paying attention to. Psychologists point out that honest people can also forget details, especially after stressful events or long periods of time. That's why it's important to focus on significant contradictions rather than minor memory slips. The best approach is to stay calm, observe patterns, and avoid jumping to conclusions. Understanding human behavior is about patience, not assumptions. Sometimes, the truth reveals itself over time. Remember, psychology isn't about judging people. It's about understanding them. Every person has unique experiences, emotions, and reasons behind their behavior. When we replace quick assumptions with thoughtful observation, we become not only better at reading others, but also better at understanding ourselves. Now, we'd like to hear from you. Which of these silent signs have you noticed in real life? Have you ever experienced a situation where your instincts turned out to be right or completely wrong? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could help someone else see human behavior from a different perspective. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next exploration into the fascinating world of psychology. Here at MindCipher Lab, we uncover the hidden patterns behind human thoughts, emotions, and behavior, one video at a time. Thank you for watching, and remember, The greatest understanding doesn't come from judging people quickly. It comes from observing carefully, thinking critically, and never stopping your curiosity. We'll see you in the next episode.